Let me tell you a truth you already feel in your bones, but maybe have never had the words for. There is a silent war happening in the quiet spaces between men and women. It's not a war of shouts and fights. It's a war of whispers and glances, a cold war of the heart. And we are losing. We are losing because we're fighting a battle we don't even know exists. We're playing a game where the rules are written in a language we were never taught. I'm talking about the unspoken, uncomfortable secret that governs how women see us, judge us, and ultimately value us. It's not about money. It's not about looks. It's not about the lines you rehearse. It's about something far deeper, far more primal. It's a mechanism that runs in the background of every interaction, a hidden program scanning for a specific kind of data. And for most of my life, I was sending all the wrong signals. I was broadcasting weakness in a frequency only they could hear. What I learned broke me, and then it rebuilt me. This isn't about blaming them. This is about understanding the game. So lean in close, brother. What I'm about to share with you will change everything. It will make you uncomfortable. It will make you see your past in a new, painful light. But it will also set you free. I used to think I was broken. I truly did. I'd look in the mirror after another failed date, another ghosting, another relationship that just evaporated. I'd see a decent guy. I had a job. I was kind. I listened. I remembered birthdays. I was the nice guy, the shoulder to cry on, and I was perpetually, utterly invisible. The silence after a text was sent was the loudest sound in my world. It was a verdict, a judgment I couldn't appeal. I'd lie awake at night, my mind a torture chamber of replaying every word, every gesture. What did I say wrong? Was my joke not funny? Did I not pay enough for dinner? I was trying to solve a puzzle with missing pieces. I was following a map that led nowhere. The frustration was a physical thing, a cold, heavy stone in my gut. I started to believe the quiet, insidious lie that I was not enough, that there was some fundamental flaw in my DNA that made me unlovable. I became a ghost in my own life, going through the motions, smiling on the outside while a storm of confusion and shame raged inside. I was a man begging for a crumb of validation in a world that seemed to have an endless feast for everyone else. The battlefield was my own mind, and I was losing day by day in silence. The first crack in the wall came not from a victory but from a total collapse. It was a moment of such pure, undiluted humiliation that it shattered the person I was. I had put a woman on a pedestal, as I always did. I made her the center of my universe. My happiness was a satellite orbiting her mood, and when she left, as they always did, my entire world crumbled. In that darkness, a terrible, ugly truth surfaced. I wasn't a knight. I was a beggar, and no one is attracted to a beggar. That was the first revelation. It's not about being nice, it's about being solid. People, and I mean women specifically, have a biological radar for something they can't even articulate. They call it confidence. But that word is too small for what it really is. It's a sense of unshakable inner stability. It's the quiet understanding that your world does not end if they walk away. My neediness was a scent. It was a vibration of desperation that I emitted with every overly eager text, every compromise of my own values, every time I sought permission to exist. I was a question mark, and they are wired to seek out an exclamation point. The second layer was even harder to swallow. They are not responsible for your inner peace. We are taught to believe that finding the right woman will complete us. That is a beautiful poetic lie. The truth is they are repelled by incompletion. They are not a finishing school for broken men. My search for a woman to fix me was the very thing that guaranteed I would remain broken and alone. Every time I looked to her to validate me, to make me feel like a man, I was handing her a burden she never asked to carry. And people, when faced with a burden, their deepest instinct is not to carry it. It is to put it down. This led to the third and most profound shift in my understanding. The real battle was never with them. It was with the version of me I had created to be liked. The nice guy was a mask. It was a strategy, a transaction. I am nice to you, therefore you owe me affection. It was a covert contract, and when it wasn't fulfilled, the bitterness would leak out. The real work wasn't about learning new tricks or lines. It was about murdering the needy man I had become and building a new one from the ground up. A man who had his own purpose, his own code, his own inner fire that burned regardless of who was standing next to him. I began to see the dynamic not as a partnership of need, but as a meeting of two complete worlds. A healthy relationship isn't two halves making a whole. It is two wholes choosing to build something greater together. My value wasn't something she could give me. It was something I had to forge myself, in the solitude of the gym, in the focus of my work, in the quiet discipline of my own mind. I stopped seeking the spotlight from someone else and learned how to generate my own light. The final chilling piece of the puzzle was realizing this wasn't personal. It wasn't that I was uniquely flawed. This is a universal, impersonal mechanism. It is a test that is always running. Every interaction, every glance, every conversation is a data point. Are you solid? Are you grounded? Or are you a ship waiting for their wind to fill your sails? When you understand this, the entire script flips. You stop trying to prove your value to them and start embodying it for yourself. The energy shifts completely. The begging stops. The man emerges. So what do you do with this? You don't get angry. You don't get bitter. You get to work. The path forward is not about manipulating others. It is about building an unshakable foundation within yourself. You become the rock in the river, not the leaf carried by the current. You find a purpose that is bigger than any relationship. You build a body you're proud of. You cultivate a mind that is sharp and focused. You develop a life that is so full and compelling that a woman would be lucky to be a part of it, not the other way around. This is your call to arms. But the arms you must pick up are not against anyone else. They are the tools of self-construction, the hammer of discipline, the chisel of honesty, the fire of purpose. You stop looking for a savior and you become your own. You stop seeking permission and you start living by your own permission. The loneliness you feel, transform it into solitude. The frustration, channel it into focus. The confusion, use it as fuel for learning. The change is slow. It's painful. It's the hardest thing you will ever do. You will have to confront every insecure, needy, broken part of yourself and tell it that its time is over. But on the other side of that pain is a strength you cannot imagine. It's a quiet confidence that doesn't need to announce itself. It's a peace that isn't dependent on external events. It's a man who knows who he is, what he stands for, and where he is going. That man is not easily shaken. That man is not invisible. That man commands respect not by demanding it, but by embodying it. The secret I told you at the beginning, the one that would make you uncomfortable, it's real. There is a silent war happening in the quiet spaces between men and women, but now you know the battlefield. Now you know the real enemy was the weak man you used to be. Your mission is to leave him behind. Build your armor. Forge your spirit. The world is waiting for the man you are meant to become. If this connected of you, if you feel that shift inside, then you're already on the path. Let me know in the comments what your biggest takeaway was. Like this video if it gave you a new perspective, and subscribe. Because this journey doesn't end here. This is just the beginning.